Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this one, I very quickly wanted to show you how to delete Docker images if you have a whole bunch that you have now available in your system. You want to get rid of some of them. So first of all, I want to see if I have Docker installed, and I'm going to run the Docker version command, and I have the client and I have the server. So I think everything looks good. I'm going to clean up my screen. And real quick, I'm gonna run the Docker images command, mlges, and it's gonna give me a list of all the Docker images that I have with me. Now I can see if I wanna maybe delete this guy. Okay, so I can run Docker, then image, and then rm. Then let's pick up this image id and let's see what happens. Copy selection and then paste selection. That's the image id. So let's run, and it says image was used by another running container. So you gotta make sure that all of the containers that are running is stopped before you can delete some image, right? So let's try something else. Maybe let's try, which one? Let's try this guy. Let's see if this is running or not. So copy selection. Let's try, come back over here, and let's paste clipboard. So there's another one. If I run, looks like it's trying to delete that. See? So when it deleted it, not only deleted the file because that particular Docker image has so many different layers, it deleted actually every single layer. And if you look at it, every single layer is got their own SHA. Okay, so let's run the Docker uh, images command again. So that image is now gone. Now this image we still couldn't delete, right? So let's look at Docker container and hit Docker container dash a ps. Sorry, Docker container ps. Let's just do the ps is going to give you all of the containers that are actually running. So I know there is one of the container that is running, and this container is likely is using that image. So image, you can think about it's like a class if you're coming from a programming background, and your containers, you can think about objects. From one of this image you can create as many containers as possible, what you like. So let's come back over here. So if you look at this, this is the image id. That's exactly the same. So what we need to do, we need to say Docker container, and then let's try stop, and we're going to provide this container id right here, and let's do that and hit enter. Looks like that has stopped the containers. If I run this Docker container ps, there is nothing that is currently running. So with that info, so if I try to go back and try to delete that particular container, okay, this is the one we tried to delete to begin with, and we had an error. Let's try this one again. So if I run, it says, hey, this is used by a stopped container. So this is telling you that you not only have to stop a container, but even a stopped container, you have to get rid of it. So how do you know? So if I run again Docker container, then ps, there's no container that is showing up. Container, fix my, okay, so there's nothing showing. And this is where your dash a comes handy. So if I run this command Docker container psa, it is going to show me all the containers that are actually stopped. Okay, so what we can do, we can let's say Docker container, then rm, and then let's try to remove the container. And pick up this one, and let's see if we can actually remove bunch of stop containers. And I pick up this one as well. Okay, anywhere I'm seeing this Python, I think that one is this, that one is this, and this is again another Python one. So I'm going to copy this one. Most likely they were created from the same image. Okay, so let's try to paste. Looks like all of the Pythons are gone. Let's remove, and looks like all of them are gone. So what I'm going to do, go back, and we are going to try to remove this guy again and see what happens if I run this. Finally, it says it was able to delete my container. Okay, delete my image. So if I do docker image and images, that image that we had is gone. Actually, let's see, let's get rid of this one as well. Okay, copy selection, docker images, rm, and let's see, paste selection. Let's see if this guy has anything running. And it says docker image, it should not be images, it's just image, then running. And over here, this one looks like we have uh, some containers that are stopped. Okay, now at this time what we can try, okay, since right now we have to go and stop the container, get rid of the container, do all that stuff, we can do this trick as well. Let's first to run a command, docker cker, then let's get the image, and then ls, then let's see which are in queue state. So these are the image that are stopped. So if I do this, these are all the images that are stopped, right? Docker image ls. So what we want to do now, I'm going to do docker image remove, and what we want to pass the whole command within a variable. Okay, so docker, then image, then ls dash q, that's going to get all the IDs, right, and provide to this command. What we're going to do, let's try to force delete and see if that works. Okay, and if you notice, this command is at the end, it is successful. It is successfully deleting everything, and you have no real problem with the deletion. So let's verify docker image, and then if I do ls, there's no image whatsoever available in my environment. Let's do docker container, and then ps dash a. We still do have some containers, uh, looks like there's no image for them. It looks a little weird, but that's how you would delete all of the images. So what happened, it deleted all the images forcefully, but your containers, at least some of them that are stopped, are still there. And you need to figure out how to remove these containers that are stopped real quick. So for that, let's try one last command to clean up our containers. So docker container, and let's try to prune this guy. So prune, it probably gonna ask whether we're gonna force, uh, or do we want to really do that? Do you want to remove all of the stop containers? So let's just say yes and hit enter. This one should go and get rid of all of the containers. So what we have done so far, we have run docker container ps dash a command to check if we have any stopped or running container. If I run this command now, you see there is nothing. And we have also looked at docker images command, which should not give us anything at the moment. Or you can also run docker image ls, that gives us really the same output. We have verified both of them are giving no output whatsoever. So to delete a single image, what we have done, we have said docker image and then rm and then the name id of that image, right? And to remove everything forcefully, all the images, this is the command that we have ran, right? And to prune the images that we have, um, we the stop containers, we have run docker container prune. Okay, hopefully this video was useful to you. If you're brand new to Docker, you don't know much, and you had a hard time following, please let me know. I'll do some easier videos for you with a Docker introduction to Docker. But this one is really, if you have started working on it, you want to clean up your environment, this video should be useful. And you can use some of the commands that I have to start you to clean up your environment. Thank you very much. Oh, leave your comments, by the way.